Get that net, bro.
Wow. Gotta have some patience in here sometimes. Sometimes you find them, sometimes it takes a little work. This is Captain Ron Hueston, representing the Bell Southwest region from the Florida Insider Fishing Report. Certain times of the year, I'll search new water instead of the common waters I'm using. And what I'll do is I'll use a lot of search baits to find areas where there's new fish. And one of the main things I'll always do is a lot of these lures that you have are bass lures. So you want to bump up the treble hooks. As you can see, I've got some number 4s, 4X, and I've got some number 6s, 4X. So these lures, bumping up your split rings and your treble hooks, especially if you find big fish and catching fish, big fish is going to be a key. But what I like to do is, like with these rattle traps and these top waters, search bait. I can cover a lot of water instead of staying in one spot. Start fan casting the 360-degree pattern, especially if on a point or inside a bend, and I'll locate fish. If I'm throwing a top water and they're hitting it, but they're missing it, I know they don't want that particular lure at that time. Maybe it's the barometer, the way the wind's going, the current's not flowing right. So I'll go to a subsurface lure, especially one with some bait. So I'll get just under the surface, but I'll use something with a little noise to entice the bite. So bumping up split rings, hooks, and different size baits for searching. And then once you find a fish, power pull down and continue to fan cast that area, because where there's one snook, believe me, there's more than one. Obviously you saw that snook I just caught. 60-pound leader, chafed up about 8 inches up the leader. And you'll always hear those stories of guys losing their biggest snook because they got cut off. It's good to get away with some 50 and 60. I bump up late spring through fall as bigger baits, mullets, ladyfish, and all the stuff come through these rivers. And these snook attack these bigger baits. You're talking 20 to 25-pound snooks. You're using some 40-pound leader, and you've got a lure like this, he engulfs this lure, you can forget about it, you're going to lose that fish. As I lost one earlier by getting broke off. I bumped back up to 60. But early spring through early summer, when you got the finger mullets and stuff like that, I throw a lot of top waters. Well, I'll use 40. Because a lot of times, these fish will hit the bait on top, and the plug will be outside the mouth on top, or the back treble will be just inside the mouth with the leader being out. So early spring through early summer, you can downsize on your leaders, 40-pound. But after that, through the fall, you want to bump up with some 50 to 60-pound leaders. That's my suggestion. So for the guy who's lost them big snook, the time of year I've been talking about, bump yourself up to some 50 or 60 diamond fluorocarbon leader, and your results will be a lot better.